From 1974 to 1986, the Golden State Killer was a serial murderer and rapist who terrorized Californians. For decades, Joseph James DeAngelo, the Golden State Killer, hid in plain sight, committing numerous rapes and murders until his capture in 2018. The Golden State Killer committed at least 51 rapes and 13 murders across California during the 1970s and 1980s. Although the statute of limitations expired for many of his rape charges, DeAngelo received 11 consecutive life sentences for the crimes he admitted to, plus an additional life sentence and 8 more years, ensuring he will die in prison. Joseph James DeAngelo, a former California police officer, admitted to 26 charges. He was one of America's most prolific serial killers. Born on November 8, 1945, in Bath, New York, DeAngelo spent most of his early years in Sacramento's suburbs, attending Folsom High School. After his mother, a Denny's waitress, married a traveling welder, they moved to Auburn. DeAngelo served in the Navy during the Vietnam War for about 22 months, earning several medals, including the National Defense Service Medal, the Vietnam Service Medal, and the Vietnam Campaign Medal. He attended Sierra College from 1968 to 1970, then California State University, Sacramento, where he graduated with a bachelor's degree in criminal justice in 1972. DeAngelo joined the Exeter Police Department. In 1973, coinciding with the start of the Visalia ransacker burglaries, DeAngelo worked as a police officer in Exeter from 1973 to 1976, and then for the Auburn Police Department from 1976 to 1979, where he was dismissed for shoplifting. The Visalia ransacker crimes began in 1974, a year after DeAngelo joined the Exeter Police. The unidentified burglar, who operated until 1975, is believed to have broken into at least 100 homes, stealing small items while leaving high-value objects behind. Women's underwear was often scattered around the crime scenes. Although known for burglaries, the Visalia ransacker is suspected of committing a murder during this period. By 1976, the East Area Rapist, another alias of the Golden State Killer, began terrorizing Sacramento. Attacks typically occurred in single-story homes of single women near escape routes. The assailant often pre-stalked victims, breaking in beforehand to leave bindings and unload guns, eventually escalating to attacking couples. DeAngelo would wake victims with a gun and flashlight, bind their hands, and threaten to kill if he heard any noise, while he raped the woman. He once evaded capture by fleeing on a bicycle. The East Area Rapist's attacks ended around 1979, and authorities initially saw no link between the various aliases later attributed to the Golden State Killer. By 1979, a new criminal, the original Night Stalker, emerged in Southern California, mirroring the East Area Rapist's methods but ending in murder. At least 10 people were killed by the original Night Stalker. It wasn't immediately clear that these crimes were the work of a single individual. 3 years after the last original Night Stalker murder, DeAngelo started working as a truck mechanic at a Roseville distribution center for Save Mart groceries, retiring in 2017. A year after the FBI renewed its efforts to catch the Golden State Killer. In 2001, DNA tests linked the East Area Rapist and the original Night Stalker. But it wasn't until genealogy services in 2018 that authorities could narrow their search. Using GD-Match, police matched DNA from old crime scenes to Joseph DeAngelo. Detectives confirmed this with DNA from his car door handle, linking him to the crimes of the 1970s and 1980s. "We found the needle in the haystack, right here in Sacramento," said Sacramento District Attorney Marie Schubert after his arrest. Joseph James DeAngelo being arraigned in a Sacramento courtroom in April 2018. After his arrest in April 2018, DeAngelo faced a long legal process. Though the crime spanned 6 counties, he was tried for multiple murders in a single trial. In January 2020, the court entered a not guilty plea on his behalf. The trial was delayed by the COVID-19 pandemic but resumed in June, with DeAngelo pleading guilty to 13 counts of murder and 13 counts of kidnapping. By August, he received multiple life sentences.